Hey gang! Uncle Todd and Sonny here for the season finale of Wednesday. And what a finale it was. Whew. This is an action episode. A lot of stuff happening. As you remember, last episode, Pugsley was captured by Slurp, aka Isaac. And we open with a sheriff. They've got a lot of searches going. They'll find him. He could have run away. They got no proof he was kidnapped, even though they say he was. Weems appears before Morticia and lets her know there's only one way they're going to be able to locate Pugsley. You're going to have to use the psychic powers of Morticia, Wednesday, and Grandmama Frump, as she is, like Wednesday, a raven. Well, they reluctantly agree, and they hold their seance, and Wednesday has a vision of a teenage Morticia and Gomez burying Isaac. She demands the answer. So Morticia and Gomez, they agree it's time. Gomez was Isaac's friend, and he was helping fund his experiments because he loved all the things Isaac thought up. Such a genius. Gomez, like Fester and Pugsley, had the same psychic electrical power. And Isaac needed this to power the machine to cure his sister of being a Hyde. What he didn't tell Gomez was that he didn't need just him to start the machine. He was going to drain him of everything. His electrical power, his life force, everything. Even had a grave already dug for Gomez. So, he started. And Gomez realized something was wrong when he strapped him in, unable to move. And he could feel everything being drained out of him. And Morticia, she had been suspicious. And she, realizing, after finding the grave, rushed to the clock tower. And in the ensuing struggle with Isaac, that was when the explosion happened. Gomez barely survived. Tyler's mother survived. Isaac did not. And they took his body and buried it. And they were going to forget about it until Pugsley inadvertently revived him. And now they realize Isaac is going to be using Pugsley same way he had tried to use Gomez. So they've got to track him down. Now, while this is happening, we learn that Tyler's mother is talking to Isaac and tells him, "You remember what we discussed?" He said, "Yes." "Promise me you'll do it." Well, look, promise me. "I will never ask anything of you again, but you must do this." We don't get his answer. Tyler walks in on him. Now, we also learn a few things. School's over for this semester. Most are leaving. Enid sees Bruno and his on-again girlfriend leave. And Agnes's father shows up, and she's kind of reluctant to leave them, and Enid has revealed to both of them at this point that if she changes into a werewolf that night, it will be permanent and she'll be hunted. And she considers Wednesday her pack and asks her, if I change, will you find me? And Wednesday says, hunt you down? Oh, most assuredly. Anyways, Agnes has to leave with her father. I think I said that already. So Enid goes to put herself in her cage, and they get a ransom note from Isaac. They want Pugsley back. They got to meet him at his old grave. So Wednesday goes, and she has things set up with a crossbow. When he's got the shot, take it. So she confronts Isaac when he shows up, and they back and forth, and then Thing fires. Isaac holds up his right hand, and it gets punctured. Only there's no hand in it, it's just a glove. He's been missing his right hand. Where do you think that hand belongs to? Or where it went? It's Thing. Tyler grabs Wednesday. Well, first he grabs Thing, then he grabs Wednesday, and Isaac sews his hand back on. Once reattached, he now has the telekinetic powers he had originally. I guess it was all centered in that right hand. And he uses it to bury Wednesday. And then they all leave. Well, Agnes skipped out on her father and came back. She'd been following Wednesday. Seeing Wednesday was in dire straits, she runs to the kennel, frees Enid, and they both go and run there. And they start to dig her out, but they can't. They're young teenagers, like 15 or something. And Enid makes a decision. Even though it's a full moon, the only way they're going to save Wednesday is if she transforms. And she does. And digs Wednesday out. And then runs off. Wednesday. Excuse me. Sorry about that. A lot of dust and pollen today. Which is weird because it's like September. But it's been really warm, Anyway. Wednesday goes to get her parents. She has figured out where they must. Isaac has taken Pugsley. There's only one place. There's only one machine left. The old clock tower. And now that Isaac has his hand, he can just telekinetically put everything back together. And Wednesday wants to know why they never told her where the hand came from. Seems during the explosion the hand got taken off, and they found it and it was still alive, so they took it home, named him Thing, which is an anagram for Isaac King. Anyways, and she says, why did you never tell him who he was? He's always wondered who he was. And he says, why would we burden him with that identity? We were protecting him. Wow. So, everything is set up, and then we get a real switcheroo. After Pugsley's strapped in, and Tyler's getting ready to put his mother on the table, she turns to Isaac and says, "Do it now." And he hesitates, and she says, "You gave me your word. This is what I want." And so, using his telekinetic power, he straps Tyler to the machine. Why? His mother's dying. There is no hope. Even if they get rid of the hide, she'll still die. It's too late. That last, when she changed the hide to a couple episodes ago to stop Tyler, that put her system over the line. And she wants Tyler to live free and normal. So they start up the machine. Meanwhile, Gomez has been sent to get the police, who were following a false trail that Isaac had left. And Morticia and Wednesday head in to do battle. Let's see. Basically, causing a diversion, Wednesday hurls an axe into the machine, causing it to short out. And in the ensuing confusion, manages to free Pugsley. But she also frees Tyler, who changes in the hide and attacks Isaac. And at this point, we think he's killed him. And then he goes after his mother. And she changes to hide. And they have a massive fight all over the rooftops. Gomez has returned with the police at this point. Isaac was not dead, and he revives, and he and Wednesday have a bit of a scuffle. She wants the thing back, and he feels that she doesn't deserve to have it. It's his hand. Massive explosion. And in the wake of that, Tyler's mother has lost her footing and is holding on to a roof. And Tyler, coming to his senses, still in hide mode, reaches out to save her. And to protect her son, she lets go and gets impaled on the Nevermore statue. Well, now we come to the part about Wednesday's premonition. You see, Pugsley wakes up, Gomez wakes up, Wednesday wakes up. Morticia had been hit by the falling machine and is underneath it. They pull it out. Is this the premonition coming true? Morticia opens her eyes and says, "Sorry, Wednesday. Another false premonition." Anyway. But Isaac's not dead. And he is going to destroy the Adamses. He has lost everything. Everything that mattered. And he starts to telekinetically choke Wednesday. And then the hand stops. And he can't get it to work. And then the thing turns and attacks him and starts beating on him and throwing him around the room. And very Evil Dead 2. And in the coup de grace, pulls out his clockwork heart. Now, Isaac is dead. and Thing returns to the family. The family that has always treated him, even though he didn't realize it, as part of the family. And let's face it, Wednesday loves him even if she won't admit it, and he knows it. Well, Agnes returns to Nevermore as they're preparing to leave the next day and informs Wednesday that Enid is heading towards Canada. Straight line. That's all Wednesday wanted to know. She thanks Agnes but tells her, you can't come with me on this. You need to return to your father. If I need you, I can reach you. Then she goes and talks to Thing, who's a little despondent, and she kind of, commiserates with him. It sucks when you finally find out about your past and it turns out you were part of a homicidal maniac. And Things gives that some consideration. Takes the ring, the only semblance he'd had of his past, and flips it into the trash. He's in atoms. And as they're all preparing to leave, Wednesday informs them she is not returning home with them. She has other plans, at which point Fester shows up in a motorcycle and sidecar. And, before that, in an attempt to be more open with Wednesday, Morticia gives her Aunt Ophelia's diary so that she can know all about Aunt Ophelia and why she had been sent to Weatherby. They are heading towards Canada. Fester's thrilled. They're hunting a werewolf in Canada? Awesome! And we do get a glimpse of Enid, and she's very sad in the rain, hunkered under a tree, whiskers kind of drooping. Anyway, Wednesday starts. Weems also says goodbye. Wednesday no longer needs her as a spirit guide. And fades off in a thing of light saying, I'll see you another time. Wednesday, flipping through the diary, it gets another premonition, this time about Ophelia, locked in a room somewhere. It seems their mother, Grandmama Frump, has been keeping Ophelia locked in a room in the basement of her mansion. And when she goes to see her, she finds that she is writing on the wall in what looks like blood, Wednesday Addams must die. Great ending. Loved it. Good setup for next season. And forgot one more thing. Tyler. Capri comes upon Tyler, and he's not really interested in her. He doesn't want to have another master or a woman to mother him. He's had enough of all that. And she informs him that she has no intention of being a master. She's putting together a group of outsiders, that they can be their own pack. They can belong. No masters. And he says, why do you care about me? You're a wolf. You're a werewolf. I can smell it. He goes, well, my husband was a Hyde. That's enough. She probably understands then. And they leave for wherever they're going. Hopefully, she's not going to be using him, but does intend to help him, as she tried to do with Enid. Anyways, a lot of action, big fights, A lot of axe swinging, especially from Wednesday. And I don't know why everybody seems to hate this season. I really got into it. I don't. Okay, I liked the romance they had in the first season, but it wasn't necessary. And Wednesday works okay without her getting into a relationship with someone. Maybe down the line she'll find her Gomez. Maybe not. Don't care about that. I like the relationship that's evolving with her and Enid, her and Agnes. I like the three of them together. I think they're a great team. And, yeah, it's all great. And Pugsley even got a character arc as his father decides, he's going to spend more time with his son. They're going to do things together, and he's going to make sure he never feels abandoned again. When he's not in his Lothario stages with their Morticia. You know how he is. Anyway, yeah, really good season ender. Fingers crossed there's a third season. And please hit like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time with another show to watch.